Hello, welcome to Seasons Cleanings. I am Shenna Von K, and I am here as your cleaning lady to help answer all of our cleaning questions. And with my experience of cleaning and my ambition to learn and research with you and bringing in some experts, we are going to level up our cleaning game and become great cleaners in our homes. On today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about quick cleaning. Now, there's lots of different levels of cleaning, and I will get into that, but we are going to take you on a little adventure into my own home and show you how to quick clean your bathroom. We are also going to show you how to quick clean your kitchen as well. And toward the end, we're going to talk about some speed cleaning. If all of a sudden you have guests coming over to your house and you get a 15-minute or 30-minute heads up, or you're racing them home after being somewhere together and have people unexpectedly show up to your house and it's chaotic and messy, I've got some great tips and tricks in order to pick it up in a really quick way where you can get your house looking clean fast. As a professional cleaner, I clean my houses really deep. But in my own home, I have learned to break up my cleaning because sometimes good enough is good enough. And we're gonna kind of stick in that category today. Now, just to let you know, breaking down the levels of cleaning, you have your weekly clean, your daily clean, your monthly, your seasonal cleans, all of those, and they bring on a different level of clean. So the things that I do for the seasonal cleaning, say we're going outside and doing some garage cleaning, they take a little bit more time and they're a little bit more extensive. And I also like to do a good monthly clean where I wash all the floors and hit all the cabinets. But for today's video, we are going to talk more on that quick clean. Now, I like to use a quick clean in my house for before the weekend. The only time I don't like to quick clean before the weekend is if the weekend I'm doing a ton of projects. Then I quick clean at the end after I've made a mess of my house, but I've organized it, so it's all good. How much you should actually clean really depends on you and your household. There are a lot of different factors that factor into how much or how little you should clean. So let's go over those real fast. One factor is the traffic in your house. Do you have a lot of people living in your home? If you do, you have a lot of traffic going in, going out. Maybe you run some of your business out of your house and have employees that are going in and out. Maybe you have a big family who lives in the area and your house is the open door for everybody to come in and come out, or you have family that loves to gather there for last minute things. It depends on the traffic, it depends on your home. But if you have a lot of traffic in your house, probably going to have to step up the cleaning game just a tad bit just to keep the cleaning at bay. Another factor in your house is whether you live out in the country because you are on a dirt road and a lot of dust is flying up, or you live on a lake and you get a lot more bugs on a lake. We can also factor in our little fur babies. If you have pets, you know that you're going to have a lot more to clean up because hair accumulates. And as we are loving on our pets and petting them, we are also noticing all of the hair flying everywhere, which means we have to clean just a tad bit more. But it's okay because we love them. This might not be a factor for everyone, but I am a seasonal decorator. I love to switch out my decorations for every season. I like to add things up with the holidays, which brings on a giant mess. But it also gives me an opportunity to really clean underneath and get a little deep clean in between decorations. So there's that. If you are having a little bit of construction or house repair on your house, you might temporarily have to do a little bit more cleaning. And if you have construction going on in your house, say you're having your kitchen remodeled, you'll try really hard to keep it at bay, but you'll notice that somehow there is dust everywhere. And it gets on things that don't normally dust sticks on. So you just kind of want to be aware, or at least temporarily step up the cleaning game, or just let it go and just ignore it and do a deep clean at the end. Another factor would be the weather. And in Nebraska, you just never know what you're going to get. So if it is a rainy day or if we've got snow, that tends to bring it into the house a little bit on our shoes. So we do want to keep that in mind because that might factor into your cleaning that week. So with all of those factors and different levels of cleaning, I'm going to show you how to quick clean your bathroom by actually taking you to my house and showing you what I do on one of my bathrooms. So now that we know the factors and levels of cleaning, I would like to take you into my home and show you how I quick clean my bathroom and quick clean my kitchen. So come along and check it out with me. Tip number 1, we are going to spray the bowl of the toilet down with a bleach cleaner, and you can choose one that's either toilet bowl cleaner or a spray and let it sit and do the work for you. First things first, you want to tidy it up and put everything away where it belongs, out of sight, before you start doing the wipe down clean. You want to just put everything away where it goes and tidy it up, straighten up, put toothpaste lids back on, put towels away. You also want to remove any laundry and put that in the laundry basket. You've got trash, you want to go ahead and take the trash and put that into the trash can. And another thing to do is roll up your rugs. I like to shake them out if it's just a quick clean, but if I am cleaning someone's home, I normally vacuum them. But today was a quick clean. Picked up and put away, and we are going to start phase 2, which is cleaning. So make sure you put your gloves on. Working top to bottom, I'm just going to dry dust everything. Just really quickly grabbing any cobwebs and a little bit of dust particles on top of the picture frames or your shelves. And another tip, I like to keep a glass cloth and a microfiber cloth under my sink. I like to hang it on the door so that I can do quick cleans throughout the week. So first we'll hit the mirror, and I use water and my glass cloth. You can use whatever glass solution that you like. This is just how I prefer it, and I will link a video on how to clean mirrors. Remember, it's a quick clean, so we're just doing the best job we can with the time we have. We're going for completion, not perfection. Now we're just going to go ahead and hit the sink and just wipe around with a towel. We are not scrubbing, we're just wiping, getting up as much as we can quickly. And remember, when you're cleaning a sink countertop area, do the countertop first, sink last. So I know I'm repeating myself, but we're doing a quick clean, so we're not scrubbing everything down. So I'm just getting my microfiber cloth all wet, and I'm just wiping down areas, usually ledges, and then also you want to hit the faucets and fixtures, shine them up. And also make sure you hit the outside of your tub that sees a lot of action. Now we're going to move to the toilet, but before they do that, give your toilet paper a little fold. And take that same towel, and you're going to wipe top to bottom from the cleanest parts of your toilet first to the dirtiest, which is the inside of the bowl. So the towel you see me using right here to clean is the one I keep underneath the sink, so it can do a little quick cleaning throughout the week. But when I get to the end of the week and I'm doing my quick clean to make me feel good and enjoy the weekend, if I can, I use that towel and finish it in the bowl, and then it goes down to the wash. Also, another tip, use a trash bag to put your dirty towels so that you're not setting them on anything they could ruin. And to finish that last thought is, when you clean your towels once a week, you put them in fresh and they keep your bathroom clean all week, and do the final clean at the end. Then just sweep and bring your rug back in, and you've got yourself a good enough, quick clean, make you feel good bathroom. And voila! All right, let's get started. I like to roll my sleeves up, put my hair up, and voila! Let's go. We are going to shut all the cabinets and drawers. Why they're open, do not ask me, childhood habit. But I pick up everything and put it back where it belongs. This is always a really good place to start. You can't clean if you can't see your countertops. I like to put all the dishes in the sink, and after I'm finished picking everything up, I go to the dishes next. I will be honest, usually my house is a lot more messier than this, or at least there's a lot more dishes in the sink. I consider this phase 1, which is picking everything up, and you can stop there, but we are going to do a quick clean. So go ahead and get all of your dishes done. Sometimes I will do this the morning before I'm going to clean in the afternoon, or the night before, I'm going to clean the next morning just to kind of break the task in half. Or better yet, I'll have my son do the dishes. Next up, we are going to clean all the cabinets. I'm going to do the faucet real quick, but you do want to make sure on a faucet you use the right side of your sponge and use the non-abrasive side. So I'm just kind of starting on the kitchen sink, but I do hit the wood because I see little spots and I had to hit it. But you don't want to leave moisture ever on wood. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe that up real quick. But normally we'll do all of the scrubbing in one motion. So here I am using Dawn dish soap and hot water to clean off all of the countertops, and I will also hit the table as well. And I just go through and keep scrubbing until all of the little particles that have stuck on are loosened up and you can get all the stains off of there. When I use the table, I make sure I use the non-abrasive side so I don't scratch my wood table. You do want to pay attention. It is a non-scratch sponge, but in my experience, that doesn't mean it is completely non-scratch. So I do use the soft side when doing the woodwork. So after I've scrubbed the countertops, scrubbed the table, I wipe all of the countertops and I lift up any of the decorations or appliances to get underneath and remove any crumbs that might be hiding underneath them. So just to go over that again, I scrub the countertops, scrub the table, wipe the table. You don't want moisture sitting on your wood table. And then I move to the dirtier spot, which would be my stovetop. But before I get to the stovetop, I go ahead and finish wiping down all of my cabinets, and I hit the light switch because it sees a lot of action in the kitchen. So then I kind of add just a little bit of water and I hit any of the cabinets that are mainly used for cooking that see a lot of fingerprints. So next I'm going to clean the stovetop glass part, and I use a still wool pad to do that. I use a sponge to squeegee off that. Then I take my towel that's a little damp from cleaning all the countertops and give a wipe to the top part of the stove, working my way all the way down. Usually after hitting appliances, I will use a stainless steel cleaner on them, but it's a quick clean, so I'm just wiping. This is actually very similar to how I clean after dinner. I probably clean my fridge handles almost every day. For some reason, they get so dirty and I really just can't stand it. So I always wipe them down because my towel's damp, so it just cleans it right up. And I don't use a stainless steel cleaner unless I'm doing a deep clean, but I just wipe around, and you definitely want to get behind the bar. See where my hand was there? That is where tons of food gets caked on, and you can feel it when you go to open the fridge. So next up, I'm going to remove the rugs and work on the floor. I can't remove my big rug just because it's underneath the furniture. So what I do when I have rugs, if I'm not moving them, is I clean the little corner over there with a little spot mop and just kind of pulling up any stains. Then I grab my vacuum and I use the hose to kind of vacuum around the areas that it can't get just flat. So I kind of do around the edges and underneath the cabinets. They stick out a little bit. Then I go ahead and vacuum the rug. Vacuuming the rug is always my favorite part. I love vacuuming, pulls everything up, and it just ties the cleanliness together. Now I do use a broom sometimes, and I used to have a little shark vacuum that I would run across the floor for quick cleans or in between, but it broke. So I am using my vacuum and broom. And I love a good broom sweep because I feel like I'm really good at maneuvering it and getting it into small spaces. But if you have a vacuum, you can just go ahead and vacuum the whole entire floor. Here, I'm just showing you both ways. So I could vacuum all my floor, but my vacuum's so big, it just doesn't get into those small areas like the broom does. I do like to move everything around and move the chairs out a little bit to get really underneath them. Kind of depends on my ambition for a clean house that week. So after gathering it all up, and I use either the vacuum hose or dustpan, kind of depends on what I feel like that day, but usually a vacuum hose is my favorite way. And then I'll go and give the floor a quick little mop. and I just use an all-purpose cleaner. Here I'm using a water vinegar mixture. I'll switch it up in my own house. It is tile, so I'm not too concerned. If it was wood floors, you want to be very careful on wood floors. But I just go around and give it a quick mop. I wouldn't say this is my professional, because if it was one of my clients, I would have moved all of those chairs out to mop underneath. But I just hit it one by one using my mop that is broken, so I can't extend it out and have a long one, which is not good for my back, but it's what I have to work with right now. And voila, it is nice and clean, or at least good enough for today. So next I go to vacuum all of my rugs, and I just give them a quick vacuum. You can also shake them out as well, your preference. And then once they're finished, you put your rugs back after the floor is dry, of course. And this is definitely my favorite part, because this means I am all done. And when it rains outside or it snows outside, I have a great trick for you. That is, you grab a towel and you lay it down so everybody can wipe their shoes and stop some of the tracking. My kitchen floor is the worst, but it is what it is. So they weren't perfect by all means, and you could totally tell that I missed a lot of areas, but it doesn't matter. It's just a quick clean, enough to satisfy my need to not clean the whole house and spend hours on it, and maybe enjoy my weekend or enjoy my guest. Speaking of guest, when they give you that ring and they let you know that you're coming and you go into panic mode, here are the best things you could do to just get your house clean fast. One reason that I like to get my house picked up before guests come is because when I have guests there, if I see things lying around, I'll actually be distracted and not give them the attention that I should be giving them. And it also just gives me a little bit of peace of mind, and it's inviting. If I know that my house is a mess and guests are coming over, if I know I can pick it up real quick, I'm more excited about having them come over. But if it's a giant mess, sometimes I hesitate even letting them into my home. But we're not gonna worry about that, because good enough is good enough. That is what we're going for. So let me tell you some of my tips on how I quickly speed clean my house in case guests do decide to knock on my door. The best place to start would be to get a laundry basket and just grab anything that doesn't belong or is out of place and just put it into the laundry basket. Once you've gathered all that stuff in the laundry basket, you can take it and you can go put it either in a room that you don't believe they'll see, a closet, and we all have drop zones or those areas that are a little bit like, yeah, that's my getting to room. And trust me, I clean houses. I'm in everyone's, and everyone has that area. So don't even worry about it, just tuck it away. And if you do think that they're gonna look throughout the whole entire house, you could put it in like your shower and just shut the curtain, because no one's really looking inside your shower. Unless you have a really cool shower, then maybe you wanna go with a closet. After you've hid your basket, just remember that once the guests have left, then you can go through and put it all away in your house. All right, after you've gone through and kind of picked everything up real fast, either before or after, I like to take a microfiber cloth and you can kind of wet one end of it and you can tuck it in your pants pocket. And that way, as you're going through and picking up, if you see a little spot that needs a little wipe down, you can just grab that towel, give it a little wipe, put it back on, and go through. So you're not having to dust later. It's kind of just right there, easy to grab. I do this when I clean my houses, especially when I'm vacuuming, because then you'll notice something, and you could just grab that towel and wipe it real fast and then put it back. As you're going through and picking up all your items and maybe wiping anything down, shut all of your cabinets, your drawers, and all of the doors, especially doors to rooms that you don't want them to see, maybe like your kids' room, if you know what I mean. Now I've showed you how to do a quick clean in the bathroom and a quick clean in the kitchen. If you don't have a whole lot of time to do those really well, I have 3 little areas that I would suggest, and that is the mirror, wipe the countertop, and then give the floor a little sweep or a vacuum. When it comes to cleaning the bathrooms and the kitchens, I just showed you how to do quick cleans in both of them. You might not have all the time in the world to do those, and that's okay. If you do, great. If you don't, you want to go with more of the minor things. So for instance, in your kitchen, picking everything up, we have dishes. So you can either take all of them from any of the counter spaces or table and put them in the sink. If you have time to give them all a quick rinse and throw them in the dishwasher, great. But if you don't, you can also do this. You You could grab all of your dishes and any rags or anything that doesn't belong on the countertops and you don't have time to put them or wash them, just put them in the dishwasher and shut it. You can always go back later and handle them, but for now, just get them out of the way and then maybe give those countertops a quick wipe. Another thing to do is go into either the bedrooms and you can make the beds. If you don't have time or you have way too many beds to be made, you could even just grab the mat or you can just grab the blankets and kind of throw them up and lay them down nicely. That's better than them being all crumpled at the end of the bed or off the bed, depending on how you sleep at night. But that helps kind of just pick up that room a tad bit. In your living room area, just making the pillow or picking up the pillows and the blankets and setting them nicely makes a huge difference. So just straighten everything up in each of the rooms. Another thing you can do is you can take a microfiber cloth and you can just run it along the couch and just give it those faux lines or those lines that make it look like you vacuumed them, which you didn't, but they won't know and they'll think that you're very on top of your cleaning game. Another way to kind of trick your guest into thinking your house is really, really clean is smells. So if you have a candle that you can light, if you have a diffuser, you can put a couple drops in. Maybe you have some spray, you could go spray down some areas and give it a little scent of cleaning. You can also put a little cleaning solution into a bowl in the microwave and run that for a few seconds, and that'll just automatically make the kitchen smell good. So you can mask some things with just a quick smell, but I would suggest putting it close to the door so that way if your guests walk in, their first impression, they get a smell of something really, really good. So that just kind of masks or helps a tad bit, and I think it makes a big difference. For me, I have wax, and I would just put a little cube into my wax because that makes the whole house smell clean and homey. One of the most important things, if there's nothing else that you can do besides picking up, is hit your floors. I would say vacuum if you can, sweep if you can. The floors make the biggest difference. Even just sweeping a floor makes a huge difference. Maybe you have spots everywhere. You can take a microfiber cloth, get it damp, and just kind of maybe spot clean some of those areas on the floor. But if you can do anything, you want to pick up and you want to hit your floors. If you want more how-to cleanings, check us out on Seasons Cleanings. It is a YouTube channel, and we do all things cleaning to help you clean like a pro. We also are on Instagram, Facebook, and have a Facebook group called Get Your Clean On. Well, that is it. I hope that helps you get your house looking clean fast, or at least let you know that sometimes good enough is good enough, and so it is okay to quick clean your house or just get by with a weekly quick clean, and that way that when you have a chance to get to the deep clean or a nice regular clean, this will keep it at bay a little bit longer and give you a peace of mind. I really enjoyed today's episode with you. I hope you enjoyed it too. I will see you next time on Seasons Cleaning. And for now, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. But usually in kitchen, we have dishes. Not issues, we have dishes. Okay. All right. Let's see. I've got some great trips in. Another factor would be the weather. And in Nebraska, I always like to say Nebraska's like, wait, no, that's silly. Okay, I was gonna say like a box of chocolates and you never know what you're gonna get, but I'm not gonna say that. I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous again. All right, I got this.